and we have to exercise our judgment very carefully. We have to make the right decisions. Because
you've got to make the right decisions, mate, because you're talking about 3 flags by 2020.
Absolutely. We've got to make the right decisions in the most competitive sport just about in the world and one of the most competitive phases in our eras in the history of the game. And I make no apologies for the fact we want to be the best football club. We want to be the greatest.
You cop some flack about the fact that you put a document, an internal document that got out earlier than you would have liked, spoke of a membership target of 75,000, 3 flags in 2020, and over this 5-year plan or 10-year period.
It starts with a vision, and we're not here just to compete. No one is. There's no point. You may as well pack up and go, no, I'm not embarrassed. I'm actually proud of that. And we've got a vision to compete and to be the best on the field, the best off the field. If we're not locked into that, we might as well pack up and go home.
A lot of Tiger supporters would say they've heard it all before.
But if we can't build the capacity of our club over the next 5 years, some real muscle and horsepower, we're not going to get there. It's going to take a lot longer. So we've got to improve our footy performance. We've got to make 3 final series over the next 5 years. We've got to build our commercial strength, reflected in a whole range of measurements, but notably membership, Gary. And we've got to manage our finances better. We've got to retire debt. And if we can do that, I think we're well on the way to ticking those boxes.
But at the moment, you're a club CEO, and I'm sure you've got a debt that keeps you awake at night, because any club CEO with more than $1 million of debt lies awake at night and worries about it. You've got 3 or 4 first gamers making their debut on Thursday night. That's very exciting. But you also say goodbye to Matthew Richardson. In the short term, how can you sort of entice fans to keep coming to the footy? I'm sure there'll be 20,000 less than last year. And I know that's not just because Richo's retired. But that's going to be a problem for you in the short term, isn't it?
I think it's about being transparent, Caro. And, I think we've been pretty frank over the last couple of weeks and said, as a club, we've stuffed up. And as a club which defines its success in terms of premierships, we've got 10 of them. We're keen on getting a few more. You can only say that we've failed over the last 25 years. So, you've got to be transparent, and then you've got to, come up, demonstrate that we have an inspiring vision of the future, and then we have got a plan.
Is your coach transparent? Because, you've gone from having one of the most outspoken, media-friendly coaches to the point of being accused of spin doctor, and a very quiet CEO to virtually the opposite. I mean, you're here tonight. I don't think Steve Wright would have been. And Damien Hardwick is certainly seen by men. I thought he made a great speech at a very subdued but very honest season launch on Friday. He's seen as media shy and not keen on the media.
Well, I think he's absolutely transparent, and he's extreme man of great integrity and
transparent in not being all that keen on giving interviews.
I think he's said on the record many times that certainly prior to Christmas, his responsibility was about teaching, about developing and teaching a game plan and getting the players to conform to that. And that's where his responsibilities lied. Damien's a good media performer, and at the right times you'll see more of him.
As we let you go, are you expecting a win against Carlton?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
CEO's talking, or was that footy person from your heart?
Well, both. But absolutely. All players would, wouldn't they? Of course they would.
Absolutely.
I think last year was a debacle. I think the boys would be pretty keen to give a good account of themselves. I think we've got a pretty good midfield when they're all up and running. I think we've got some good goal-kicking options, and should be a great crowd. But importantly, we've got the big fella. Tribute for Matthew Richardson, who's going one of our greatest players. And
Dustin Martin debuting, who's one of the most highly rated kids going around.
You know something I don't, Gary?
You told me.
You don't know
I don't know, but he'd be a chance. What a thought, Dustin.
Brendan, thanks for your time. Great to see you back at Richmond. I'm sure Tiger fans feel they're in great hands now, and I look forward to seeing what you do over the next few years. And well done getting on the front foot tonight.
Thank you.
And this in the hot seat. Brendan Gale joining us on Footy Classified. It's a poison chalice, but he's got a big job